Please do make sure to subscribe, like, and share to support us for more stories. Christmas morning. The smell of pine, cinnamon, and betrayal filled the air. I remember standing by the fireplace, holding a small box wrapped in silver paper, the ring I had bought to recommit to my wife, Emma. We'd had a rough year, arguments, distance, but I still believed in us. I still believed in love. The snow outside reflected through the window, painting everything in white peace. Inside, the chaos of laughter, clinking glasses, and her family's voices echoed. Emma's parents, her brother, her cousins, everyone was there. I thought it was strange, having so many people over on a morning that was supposed to be intimate. But I brushed it off. I told myself, maybe she's planning something special too. She was just not what I expected. When she handed me the red envelope, she smiled sweetly. Everyone went silent. My heart was pounding. I thought maybe it was a heartfelt letter, maybe a surprise vacation, maybe even news that we were starting over again. But when I tore it open, I froze. It wasn't a card. It wasn't a love note. It was divorce papers. Signed, stamped, final. And then her entire family started cheering, laughing, clapping, like this was some kind of Christmas miracle. That moment shattered something inside me, something I didn't even know could break twice. I remember standing there, holding those papers, trying to breathe while the people I thought were family celebrated my humiliation. But what they didn't know, what Emma didn't know, was that I already knew everything. And by the end of that day, Christmas wouldn't be remembered for divorce. It would be remembered for justice. It started 3 months before Christmas. I'd begun noticing the silence between us grow louder. Emma used to talk endlessly about work, about her students, about her garden. But lately, she'd come home, put her phone face down on the counter, and barely speak a word. The laughter that once filled our home had turned into sighs, awkward dinners, and forced smiles. At first, I blamed myself. Maybe I'd worked too hard. Maybe I'd stopped listening. I tried everything, cooking her favorite meals, surprising her with flowers, even booking a weekend getaway. But nothing worked. The woman I married had drifted somewhere far away, and I couldn't reach her. Then one night, I found out why. She fell asleep on the couch, her phone still unlocked in her hand. I wish I could say I resisted temptation, but when the screen lit up and I saw his name, curiosity turned to dread. Can't wait to see you again, Red Hot Hash. My blood ran cold. Her co-worker, Daniel, the one she'd always said was just a friend. I scrolled further. Messages, photos, hotel bookings, a trail of betrayal that led straight to my heart. I didn't confront her that night. No, that would have been too easy. I needed to think, to plan, because I realized something else hidden in those messages. It wasn't just an affair. It was a setup. She and Daniel had been plotting everything for months. Fake arguments to make me look controlling. Financial lies to make me seem unstable. She'd even moved money from our joint account into Hayes, labeling it security savings. And the cherry on top, she was planning to divorce me right in front of her family, the same people who'd always seen me as beneath her. She wanted a show. She wanted a scene. She wanted to destroy me publicly. But I wasn't going to let that happen. Not without her realizing what happens when you push a man who's been quiet for too long. For weeks, I played my part. I smiled, cooked dinner, kissed her goodnight. I pretended not to know. But beneath that calm exterior, I was preparing. I hired a private investigator, an old army friend named Lucas. In just 2 weeks, he gave me everything: photos, messages, videos, proof of every betrayal. But that wasn't the best part. Daniel, the lover, wasn't who he said he was either. Lucas found out Daniel was using Emma and had another woman he was engaged to. He was draining Emma's account, planning to disappear once the divorce money settled. Emma thought she was manipulating me. She didn't realize she was the one being played. And that gave me the perfect plan. When Christmas morning arrived, I was calm, unnervingly calm. Her family arrived early, everyone laughing, hugging, sipping wine. I played along, just as I had planned. I handed out gifts, smiled for pictures, even toasted with her father. And then Emma stood up, red envelope in hand. Her voice trembled slightly, though she hid it behind that fake confidence I'd grown to despise. "Tom," she said, smiling sweetly, "I think it's time you open my gift." I took the envelope, knowing exactly what was inside. I played my role perfectly. Shocked, hurt, silent. Then, as her family started cheering and clapping, I slowly reached into my pocket. "Before you all celebrate," I said quietly, pulling out a flash drive, "I think it's only fair that I show my gift too." The room went dead silent. I plugged the drive into the TV, and in seconds, every secret message, every video, every photo flashed across the screen. Gasps, cries. Her mother screamed. Her father dropped his glass. Emma stood frozen, her face pale as snow. And then the final video played. Daniel, telling another woman he was using Emma for her money, laughing about how she thought she was the one in control. The family's cheers turned into silence. Then disgust. Not at me, at her. When the video ended, I looked right at her. "Merry Christmas, Emma." I placed my signed divorce papers on the table. "You're free now. From me. From your lies. From the man who would have done anything to love you until you made him your fool." And before I left, I turned to her father, who had always doubted me. "Looks like your daughter finally got what she wanted, just not the way she planned." 2 months later, I heard Daniel had disappeared, with all of Emma's money. Her family disowned her. She lost her job, her reputation shattered. And me? I moved on, quietly, peacefully. But every Christmas since then, I still remember that red envelope, the moment I was humiliated in front of everyone I knew. And I smile, because sometimes the best revenge is simply letting the truth speak for itself.